We in here. We in here, Nick. We in here live, ready to go. We're the champions. We won today. Auburn got to win today under the helm of Hugh Freeze and my boy, Peyton Thorne. Peyton Thorne did it, Nick.
I mean, all right, okay.
Shout out to Peyton Thorne. Shout out to Peyton Thorne, man. You took us to a victory. Our fourth of the year, man. Well, 3 for Peyton Thorne because 1 was my boy Hank Brown, which, you know what I'm saying, man, you know, kind of did my man wrong. They just skipped over my man Hank Brown, you know. But, you know, that's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay.
Oh, man, that's funny. That's funny.
Welcome in to Auburn ADDICTS-TV, man. Y'all come on in, take a seat, man. It's lighter when you win, man. It's better when you win.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Come on in, take a seat. I am DC Wolf of Auburn ADDICTS-TV. When you come in, hit the time clock. That is the like button. Hit the time clock, man. If you're on the Water Cooler Talk podcast, if you're coming through that studio, because we're broadcasting live through the Water Cooler Talk podcast studio with my man, Nostradamus Nick himself. Nick Frazier, baby. What's up, Nick? Talk to me, man. I'm excited, Nick.
What's going on, ladies and
The
gentlemen?
energy,
How y'all
baby.
feeling? How y'all
Talk to
feeling?
me.
How y'all
Talk to
feeling? Yeah, man. We got to win today, man. Like I said, it always feels better when you get a win. You know, always feels better when you get a, especially this season. You know, they hard to come by. Every time we get a win, you got to be excited about it. You know, you can't. You know, it's stuff you can say about, oh, they could have did this and that, but the way the season going, we don't have that luxury. We don't have that luxury to critique.
That's right. That's right. That's right, man. That's right, man. Oh, man. Welcome in. Y'all hit the time clock, man. That's the like button. Hit the time clock, man. Y'all file in, make room, man. Wade ain't in here yet, man. Wade always, you know, drinking out the refrigerator, putting stuff back in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Wade ain't in here yet, man. Bubba is in. Both Bubbles are in. Bubba and Bubba Hyde. And he says his name is Huggy Beard. Dick, your sound. Go ahead. What you say?
Huggy Beard is what he said. He
Huggy
said Huggy Beard. That's what he said.
Huggy Beard is in the house, man. Bubba, my man Bubba from Bubba and the Old Man Auburn Sports Talk, man. Don't forget, man. Y'all go subscribe to Bubba channel, man.
Yes, sir.
Good content, man. Good breakdowns. Tim Tucker, the vibes are up. That's right, Tim Tucker. We won in basketball, man. We won in football, man. We celebrated the golf national championship today. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff, man. Peyton Thorne was mid today, maybe below mid. Bubba, you are the Peyton Thorne attorney, man.
But this is the thing, though, man. This is what Peyton Thorne has been giving us consistently.
Sure.
This year, you know,
that's what we've been saying the whole year.
You know, 68% passing. He had 5 touchdowns, 286 yards. I mean, other previous games, he was. I mean, he been doing good. I just don't understand why when you have this type of performance, similar performances, you know, at least for the past couple of weeks I've seen. But they don't result in wins. This is, for some reason, this one did. You know, I mean, his touchdown numbers was up a little bit higher than
the
other weeks. But, you know, I'm just looking at it like,
that's the difference, Nick. I'm telling you, that's the difference. If you look at Peyton Thorne numbers in previous games, even when he has good games, it's the critical plays that he misses. That's the issue. It's the critical plays that he's not hitting. You know what I'm saying? With the Vanderbilt game, it was the tight end over the middle. It was a Cam Coleman stop go route that he just missed. So it's he has good numbers, but it's just he's missing critical plays. Bubba, why you say Peyton Thorne was mid today, man? I need to hear from you, bro. What's up, Cartel? Hank is gone, and I don't blame him. I'm like, I was sitting there saying the same thing. How are you gonna skip over the number 2 quarterback and go to the number 4 quarterback, man?
I said this 2 weeks ago.
But I'm just saying, bro, it makes no sense though, Nick. How are you gonna jump over the number 2 quarterback? You jumped over the number 2 quarterback and went to the scout team quarterback.
I said this.
I'm not gonna complain. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this tomorrow on Have You Heard, man, at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central, man. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow. I'm not gonna just squash the win because I want to enjoy the win, and then I want to go see the scenario where they say LSU can still make the SEC championship.
Yeah, bananas, I heard. Man. I was like, wait, huh?
Bananas.
What?
And think about it. Texas A&M only has one loss, which we face them next week. So you want to tune in tomorrow because we're going to talk Texas A&M, man. We're going to talk about all these scenarios. This is going to be a fun show tomorrow at 6. So tell all your friends, tell me, Mom, people, all y'all show up tomorrow. You know, good vibes, good vibes. Ed Darby, what's up, Ed? We won. I was watching Coach Prime. Are you serious, Ed? We finally win. You watching Colorado, man? Come on, Ed.
Yeah, man.
Come on, Ed, man. Come on, man.
More excited.
Bubba Hyde, what's up? Yo, what's happening? What's up, Bubba Hyde?
What's happening, Bubba Hyde?
What's up?
Huggy Beard.
Huggy Beard. Yeah, we're gonna have a something off. I'm telling you, for y'all to who gets Bubba 1 and Bubba 2. Yeah, Huggy Beard. Huggy Beard. We got you, man. We got you.
Oh, man.
Why do they call? Why do you call yourself? Or why does one? Is it a significant other calls you Huggy Beard? They call you
Huggy Beard. Yeah.
Yeah. Why do they call you Huggy Beard? Now that's what I want to know. Where did the name Huggy Beard come from? He's above eye. He said, "I am the superior
Bubba." That's funny.
Oh my God, man! Yeah, I saw number 1 go onto the field and watch Texas and Arkansas. Hey, man, I don't blame you. I mean, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? My wife was saying, man, stop talking about that lady's son. I'm like, who? Miss Thorne? She's like, stop talking about Miss Thorne's son. I'm like, I'm not talking about Miss Thorne's son. I'm talking about the quarterback position at Auburn. That's it. QB1, QB2, 3, and 4. And today our QB4 got playing time. That is interesting. Go ahead, Nick. You got anything on it?
I mean, I'm just happy we got to win. It ain't nothing else.
Nick just like,
listen, man. Like I said, I do not want to diminish the win because these have been hard to come by this year. Okay. So when we get a win, I just celebrate the win. There are a lot of things I can talk about, but I'm not going to do it.
Okay. All right. And before I go to the comments, man, we got Auburn gift store up. So, you know, for all your Christmas gift, man, y'all hit the Auburn gift store, man. Now we just got mugs, phone covers. You know, we got one hoodie in there, and then we're gonna be adding stuff every week to it, just like this Auburn basketball tee. Yes. All right. This was slightly worse than the typical Peyton Thorne game. The numbers do occasionally lie. This is one. Yeah, I agree. And some of the stuff, what's crazy, I didn't understand was Hugh Freeze was like, man, we're still missing reads. Dude, we're 2 years in and we're still missing reads. But we won the game, so I'm not gonna put no bad vibes out today. It's just good vibes. Good vibes. Everybody coming. Peyton Thorne was not under pressure today. That is true. Inconsistent decision making on the RPOs. Yeah, Hugh Freeze said it. He did. What's up, Madison? Because Peyton Thorne gets in out too late, gives up on first downs, and make poor decisions in opportune times. Yes. Yeah. Same thing in the last 2 years. Walker White didn't look ready to me. No, you did Bubba, not. And I was saying it during the game when he ran out on the field. I was like, told Slager, I was like, man, Bubba said this, man. The man was a scout team quarterback. How can you put the scout team quarterback on the field? So that is another thing. I was watching both games. Colorado was on a bigger screen. Wow, man. Lord have mercy, man. We are, dang, man. Yeah. Maybe significant others a single lady. What?
I don't know.
Others.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Clarify, man. Clarify. Come on, clarify, Bubba. Yeah, Walker White needs to go see a QB coach after the season.
This is the statement of the year right here.
Lord Jesus.
This is the statement of the year right here.
My God.
Bro, if anything, we need to be telling Walker White to go see a QB coach, because from what we have seen with what he has done with Peyton Thorne and what Hugh Freeze said in his press conference, it ain't panning out. It's not panning out.
What did he say in his press conference? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, in his introductory press conference, he said he turns programs around quickly and he develops quarterbacks. He hasn't done that with Peyton Thorne.
I got you.
Cartel, you are so right, Cartel. I agree 100% with you. That man needs to go see a QB coach other than Hugh Freeze.
We will see, but okay, let me say this though. Let me say this in defense, man. We've only seen one quarterback, and maybe he's not fixable.
This is the thing. We saw here's the thing. Okay, so we saw Hank Brown come in and play against a New Mexico squad, and he looked pretty decent against a New Mexico squad, right? We saw him come in the next week in the first half of Arkansas and literally throw 3 interceptions in the first half of Arkansas.
Sure.
He was not ready. He was not prepared. He was not. He was not. It did not look right. And I will give you. And like you said, DC, he was not given the opportunity to finish the game and see what would happen in the second half. But the way it was trending, it wasn't looking good. And so, and it goes back to my original statement of what I said. I don't think Hugh Freeze believes in Hank Brown as the quarterback of Auburn University. Liberty, yes, but Auburn University, no. I don't think he's.
You may have a point, man. I don't know, man. I'm just scratching my head, man. I'm just scratching my head at how you like this statement. He says, "Does Holden Geriner even exist at this point? He got to be a figment of our imagination. Scrambling on Hail Marys, just wow." Yeah, I agree, man. It's like. That's what I'm saying. How do you just jump over quarterback 2 and 3 and just put 4 on the field? It's just
he looking at the future, man. That's the guy. That's the dude he recruited. He recruited Walker White. He gonna go with the people that he brought in. He didn't bring in Holden Geriner. I mean, he brought in Hank Brown, but he brought in Hank Brown for Liberty. I would stand 10 toes down on that one. I believe he brought in Hank Brown to be the quarterback at Liberty. I just don't believe he think Hank Brown can compete on the SEC level.
So that's you don't even give him a chance. So Hank Brown, when Walker White came out, man, you got to think Walker White overthrew somebody, then he turns and he had a turnover.
He did.
So it's like he didn't look no better than Hank Brown looked. So I don't know.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. In any situation like that, if you don't believe in something, and just look at it on a personal thing. If you don't believe in something, you stop. Like, okay, for example, if you working out, right?
Yep.
All right, and you work out for a month, 2 months, and then you hit that area where you just plateau. You know, you ain't seeing no changes, and you just keep working out and nothing's happening. You stop believing it. You stop doing it. So that's how I feel. Go ahead. That's how I feel that Hugh Freeze feels about Hank Brown. He gave him an opportunity. He came. He gave him an opportunity. He looked good in a game against New Mexico. Came out against Arkansas. Now, was Hank Brown fully prepared for that game? Who knows? Was Hank Brown? Was he ready? Who knows? Did they prepare him enough to where he could be successful? We don't know. But from what it looked like in the first half, he was not. He threw 3 interceptions, and he wasn't given the opportunity to even try to correct himself. Yeah. So that there told me right there that they didn't believe in him.
Yeah, that
on this level at least.
Yeah, I got you. And that right there just was mind-boggling to me. It's like, man, at least get a man a chance to redeem himself and work himself out. But we belabored that. Irwin, I can't put up that one. You
listen. That man name is not like nobody know that. Nobody know that man about Irwin. Nobody know that man about Irwin. That's J Mark.
They ain't putting him out there in the street. Nick, he say Irwin say roll Auburn, whatever. He don't like Auburn and Roll Tide. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna put his like government name out there, Nick?
No, that's his government name. No, what's on the screen is his government name.
Okay.
Everybody know him by Jamarcus or J Mark.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we have some people that do like Alabama in here. If y'all like Alabama, if y'all want to follow Alabama, go follow that man. He's my frat brother. Jamarcus Irwin is my frat brother. And Braxton, they have a podcast called Vibing with the Tide. So
that's what's up, man.
If you want to listen to or like Alabama stuff, then go check them out.
How do we get all these Alabama friends, Nick? We got
I have no idea.
Mega Cast got an Alabama B Sharp with sharpshooters, man. Like, well, I don't know.
PhD.
Man, do we have some Auburn adjacent shows? That's crazy. We don't even have Auburn friends.
We don't.
Shows.
You got
Bubba. We got Bubba. We got Bubba. We got Bubba.
You right, Bubba. Yeah,
Bubba is a day
Bubba
one.
And old man. You right.
Thank you, Bubba and old man. Golly, man. We got too many Alabama friends.
Well, we live in a state where a lot of people like Alabama. They bandwagon Alabama
unfortunately.
Fans. So it is what it is.
All right, Irwin, man. All right, we got you, man. Big Pat, what's up?
Shout out to Big Pat.
What's up, Big Pat? Coming to us on X, man. That's what's up, man. Big Pat. He said Cartel is a traitor.
No, Cartel is right.
Hey, bro, and I'm going to say this, Nick, and I'm going to say this because, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to be here long because I got to go see this LSU if they win. This LSU scenario play out.
How they make it to the next.
They was there. They was like, if they win. This is what dude said. If they win out, if LSU wins out and Arkansas beats Missouri, they would go to the SEC championship
over Texas A&M if Texas A&M wins out, or even if Texas A&M or even if Texas A&M lose one game. So Texas A&M,
but I think Texas A&M will have to lose to Texas, which is very probable. It's very probable, and it's very probable that Texas is going to beat Texas A&M and Arkansas is going to beat Missouri. So if they say if that happens, LSU will go to the SEC championship. Man, that is crazy. What it was even crazier, they mentioned it during the game that South Carolina has a path to go to the SEC championship. It's slim, but they still have a path. I like this format that you still have a chance with 2 games left. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, a lot of stuff had to happen. A lot of stuff had to happen.
Okay. Can't do just one lady. Okay.
All right, then, Bubba Hyde. I hear you.
All right, Bubba Hyde. Okay. Go ahead, Nick. Catch us up, man.
Yeah, man. Walker looked improved, just not ready yet. He is developing. By the way, how much developing can you do with the 5th-year senior with the limited talent? It's an unrealistic expectation. Hey, yes. Listen. That's not me. That's what Coach Freeze said. He said he developed quarterbacks. That's what he said. He said he can make them better. We ain't seen it. He looked the same to me.
Asia I'm just going off of what with OG Bubba. Hey, y'all look up Asia on Twitter. Asia, our resident information person. She gave us press conference information, little nuggets, all kind of stuff, man. Y'all follow Slater on Twitter, man. Bubba, I believe Hugh has gotten the most he could out of Peyton Thorne. He has improved this year. Okay, we got 3 wins, Bubba. 3 wins.
3 wins with Peyton Thorne. But last year, Philip Montgomery was able to get 6 out of him. I don't. I'm still trying to understand that. I'm just trying to understand that one. I'm just trying to understand that one.
But then too is like, man, that's interesting. Peyton is what he is going to be at this point. I agree. Yeah, but I agree, Asia. Okay, go ahead, Nick. Catch us up, man.
In life, if you're a manager or maybe you own a business, are you going to lean on the previous regime's guy? I personally wouldn't. I rely on the people I handpicked. That's exactly what's happening right here in this situation.
He handpicked Hank Brown.
Yeah, for Liberty.
Hank Brown wasn't a previous guy.
For Liberty. You got to understand that he recruited him to Liberty. Not why I'm saying like that. Liberty. He recruited him to Liberty.
You said it's human nature to turn who you pick, but he picked Hank Brown though. So I was just saying that part about him picking. Y'all should collaborate up with the Up Tempo podcast. That'd be cool. So y'all right. Yeah. Show you right. Yeah. Holla at us, Up Tempo. We'll do a collaboration with Up Tempo, man. I like the Up Tempo podcast, man.
They cool. They made the college loop.
Yeah, man.
I think if the 8-way tie happens, Alabama and LSU would go to the conference title.
Yeah, it's like
over Texas.
He's saying if Texas loses to Texas A&M.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Okay. But if Texas loses to Texas A&M, then Texas A&M will go because they only have 1 conference loss. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
somebody gonna get hosed in this playoffs, bro. Because there's there's so many 2-loss SEC teams. It's crazy.
We talked about it. We talked about it on this past week's episode of the Water Cooler Talk. We was like, I believe that there are at least 4 teams, maybe 5 teams that can get into the playoff.
Right, it is. And Ed says in the tiebreakers rule, the number 6 rule is a random draw of tied teams. Yeah, but they were saying it's gonna go down to. They're saying it's so many teams that didn't play each other, so you're not gonna be able to use the tie rule because it's teams that didn't play each other. So you're gonna have to go to common opponents percentage winning. That's what they're saying. It's gonna go to the winning percentage. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's saying a random draw. He basically saying even if they didn't play each other and all of them ended up 10-2 or whatever the record would be, they would just randomly have a random draw where all of them somebody would pick them out of a box more than likely, and that team would go.
What I'm saying is they're saying I think the number 4 rule maybe, don't quote me on this, but I think it might be the number 4 rule is going with opponents' winning percentage. And the reason they're picking and saying LSU would be picked is because they're saying Auburn is bringing Alabama's down. So
they going by
percentage. So they were saying before they get to 6, they would take all of the teams' cumulative winning percentages. And they were saying,
all their opposing teams.
LSU's opposing teams have a higher percentage than Alabama's. You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. So they were saying actually Auburn could help Alabama not be in the playoffs. would be great. Let's go, CJ. What's up?
Du
How about the
jour.
kicker we just pulled out of
pocket? Yeah, where he been all year? Where
on
he
the
been?
team. On the team. I'm on the team, and I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you. That's why I say, man. That's why I say, dude, you got to think about this, man. Everybody that's on the field may not be giving us the best chance to win.
Ooh, who you telling?
You see what I'm saying? Just because you think that's not necessarily so. Sometimes you have to put them on the field and see if they can perform in the spotlight, man. So this dude, obviously, unless they just held, as Slazer said, unless they just held a kicker tryout the last week, he's been on the team. So why you haven't?
Apparently he came from Birmingham Southern.
Yeah, so why you haven't tried this dude? You gonna let my man just miss all of these field goals and not even try this guy?
Oh, you talking about Towns Magoo? Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna let Towns just miss all of just stack missed field goals on top of missed field goals and not even try, man. It's just mind-boggling, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I said Peyton Thorne has improved, not the team. Wins are not a QB stat. Yes, they are, man. Yeah,
they mean to something.
Yes, they are. Yes,
they aid in it. No, they aid in the wins.
Yes, they do, bro. Yes, they do. So they're the number one culprit.
I see where you coming from with it, Bubba, but we have seen this year that they aid in wins and losses. Yeah, we've seen that.
Okay, he said he agrees with you, Nick, maybe partially because he said, nah, Bubba, I just tell the truth. He was not the so-called QB whisperer he claims to be. Other freshman QBs are thriving at other schools because they are actually being coached up. And I said this thing during the game. I was like, why can South Carolina, they have a redshirt freshman quarterback?
Yeah.
Now, this dude fumbled away the Alabama game. You know what I'm saying? Had some terrible mistakes during the season, but they just let him grow. That's my whole point. They let this guy, they just let him grow. And next year, man, they're going to be hard to deal with if they can retain their roster. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with DJ Lagway. It's like he's a redshirt freshman too. The same as Hank Brown, man. So why is it that they can develop a quarterback and it's like we have problems, but I'm not going to, do that on the. We'll do that tomorrow.
Great question, DC.
We're going to do that tomorrow. Go ahead, Nick.
In an 8-way tie, we would have to beat Texas A&M. Texas A&M. If we do, it would be 8 teams with 2 conference losses in that case. Alabama LSU would have the tiebreaker. The random draw is the last resort. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Before they get to that, they would go with opponents' winning percentages.
Yeah,
and I know they said LSU has a high one. Oh, go ahead. Okay. CJ said autocorrect. He said so. Here it is. Bubba said first is a head-to-head competition against the tied teams. Second is a record versus all common conference opponents. Third is record against highest best place common conference opponent in the conference standings. Lord, that's a lot. That's a lot, man. Record against wait. It's more to it. It's record against highest best place common opponent, conference opponent in the conference standings. Wow. And I think it goes on next. This next one is Bubba is writing a thesis statement.
That's what I'm saying. And proceeding through conference. And proceeding through the conference standings among tied teams. So basically,
that's what I'm saying. The cumulative conference winning percentage of all conference opponents. That's what I'm saying. That's where they would get to. That's where they could slice it off and say LSU would go if they just went out.
What lawyer wrote this?
Yeah. Bubba is copying and pasting the SEC rule book.
What lawyer wrote that? Somebody's lawyer wrote that. Jesus Christ.
Okay, we down to E-cap relative.
This E right here. Here we go.
Versus all conference opponents among the tied teams. Random draw of
tied teams.
See, that's what they're saying. They probably won't get to that. They'll be round C or D somewhere around there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it would be. I think Ed's coming up. Ed's coming up with what I'm about to say.
Okay, go for it.
Said, can you imagine a random draw? It's like Friday Night Lights with the coin. Boy, who you?
God! Can y'all imagine a random draw?
Man, Auburn can help that.
Mad. Auburn can help that, man. Auburn.
So many people be upset. So many. Bro, if it came down to a coin flip. And you picked the wrong side. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
Okay, it says Cartel Phillips that not every freshman QB is the same. There are different tracks of development. There are very few first or second year QBs in Power 4 programs playing well. I got you. I'm just like, man, my whole thing was just like, let him go and just take your lumps. But
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. Let me ask y'all this, and we're going to get out of here with this, and we're going to continue this tomorrow on Have You Heard. Y'all tune in tomorrow, 5 Central, 6 p.m. Eastern with me and Nick. We're going to come through crazy energy tomorrow, man. We're going to talk some basketball. We're going to talk this game. We're going to talk some Texas A&M, and do you think they can win? I'm going to say this, and we're going to continue this tomorrow, and we're going to get out of here. Can Auburn, this is what I want to check, can Auburn beat Texas A&M? Tell me, can Auburn beat Texas A&M, Nick? In the chat, y'all answer, yes, no. Can they beat Texas A&M?
Are you asking me now? Or
I'm asking you now. We're going to start this now,
wait till tomorrow.
we're going in tomorrow. We're going to start it now, but we're going to carry
Auburn
over
beat,
to tomorrow.
Yes, Auburn
can
beat
they
Texas
beat
A&M?
Yes.
Well, on any given Saturday, anybody can beat anybody.
Okay.
But it's any given Saturday. Now, do you think?
Okay.
Now, are you asking? Do I think Auburn will beat Texas A&M?
No, I want you to answer that tomorrow, but I want you to answer can they beat them.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, can Auburn beat Can Auburn beat Texas A&M?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on any given Saturday, any team can win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Bubba says the vast majority of first year and second year QBs are riding the bench right now because they aren't ready. It's always been that way and will always be that way. You have to be ready. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's that.
Asia says, heck nah.
Okay, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Back to about Bubba's comment there. I understand where you're coming from with that, Bubba. You always have to be ready. But the thing is, the way to get ready is to get playing time
and make mistakes.
So
yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So that's how I feel about it. So now I understand where you're coming from. Unless you just have a freshman that just comes in and you just like there's something about that particular freshman playing quarterback, and you just like we have to play him now, so that there's a plan behind it. Whether it's a plan behind like we're playing him because we know he's gonna mess up, but the flashes and what he can show on the field right now will inspire other recruits to be like, I want to come play with this dude because he's gonna be here for at least the next 3 to 4 years. You know, I want to play with him. If you have a guy like that at the quarterback position that you just like, we're gonna put him on the field because I know right now we're not gonna be good this year. We'll be decent, but if we get guys out the portal, guys that are watching around the country that's thinking about jumping in the portal after the season, they see what this dude doing. He's always on ESPN. He's always on somewhere else. They always talking about him, and you go watch him play, and you be like, if I was just added to that mix, that team could win. We could go somewhere. If you have that type of guy at quarterback, if he's a freshman, play him.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree with it, man. I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. Yes, I believe. I don't care.
Shout out to CJ
we probably won't. They aren't the most explosive group, so we can hold them in check. But can we generate points? That's the question, man. That's the question. And if you don't lead on Jacquez Hunter, no. That's the answer is no. If you don't lead on Jacquez,
man, it'd be reading my mind, man.
Yeah, man, for real, man.
It'd be reading my mind.
Yeah,
because he's talking about Dylan Raiola, and that's exactly what's happening in Nebraska right now.
Yeah, he's not waiting, man.
Yeah, Nebraska is not they're not a good team. I mean, they're not one of the best teams in the country, and they're not a bad team. They're just like, all right, we can win some games with this guy at quarterback. The talent around him is not where we wanted to be, but you see what he can do. And if we get other people around him, we get some people out of the portal at other schools. Like, okay, let me ask you a question. Imagine Keandre Lambert-Smith in Nebraska right now with Dylan Raiola. Imagine a Jarquez Hunter type running back in Nebraska with Dylan Raiola. Imagine a tight end that a big tight end, a physical tight end that can catch and block in Nebraska with Dylan Raiola right now on the offensive side of the ball.
That's what's up, man.
I mean, I'm just saying, like you looking at it, you like this kid gonna be something special. Let him play.
Yeah. He says Nick trial by fire, really, bro. Who is realistically doing that right now in the SEC program? I told you the Frank Beamer is. Even Beamer gave Sellers a year to develop. What teams are relying on freshman QBs right now? I said redshirt freshman. That's the statement I made. I'm saying Hank Brown. Hank Brown is a redshirt freshman. Him and Sellers has the same amount of equity in football. Him, Sellers, and DJ Lagway. And you see what I'm saying? And to a greater degree, that's a true freshman that's playing at Nebraska. And then Oklahoma brought a true freshman in and beat us on our own field. So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's some crazy statement that, you know, is far-fetched because people are doing it. But I was specifically talking about Hank Brown. Yeah, and Tennessee quarterback is a red shirt. Dang, man.
Yeah, Bubba, Nico a red shirt.
You might have to reconsider that. We're talking red shirt freshman, Bubba. We're talking red.
No, he's talking about me because I'm talking about Raiola. Okay. I brought up Raiola.
Yeah,
but I mean, you're right. Raiola is Lagway is the only one true freshman starting right now in the SEC. Everybody else is a red shirt freshman. But even those red shirts weren't. I mean, like how are they developed in 1 year? Like how can you develop one quarterback in 1 year without actually getting some playing time? I mean, you can do as many scrimmages as you want to. You know what I'm saying? But those scrimmages to a degree are still kind of like it's not real. It's not a real game because quarterbacks aren't getting hit in a scrimmage. They wear a different color jersey, and things stuff like that. So they're not getting hit. They may feel the pressure a little bit, but they don't feel them hits. It's different. You can feel the pressure, but until you get hit, it's a different story. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like Coach AJ used to say. You got a lot of T-shirt All-Americans out there.
Yes, sir.
But until you put them pads on and you take a hit and you get in that fire, it's a different story.
Okay, we about to get out of here. Nick, tell us where they can find you. And I want to say this. Let me finish. He said there's a reason for that. Nebraska was forced into starting Raiola. They have no better QB option as Dillon is more developed. Okay, that's fair. Bubba coming tomorrow, man. I hope you can call in tomorrow and then we can elaborate on this, you know what I'm saying, when you talk about it. Bubba says the mental preparation processing that can be simulated throughout the course of a sitting for a year. Yeah, I agree. That's I like I said, I was more saying red shirt freshman. That's what my comparison was to, you know, talking more about my boy Hank Brown, the baby goat.
Yeah, when you talk about mental preparation, you talk about thinking through the game, and a lot of people don't think through the game that way. A lot of people just react. So I understand where you're coming from with that when you talk about the mental preparation part of it. Now, if you think through the game, it does make the game easier, but a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just really just react to what's going on. Like I remember Mark Ingram saying one time, he just reacts to colors. When he was running the ball, he said, I remember him saying he would just react to colors on the field. It was not like something that he would just look at and be like, oh, that right there's going to be open. It was just, I would see colors and I would make a move. Now, that's a different position at running back, but I just feel like that correlates to a lot of what a lot of guys think when they play. You have very few people out there that are like Peyton Manning that actually think through the game and knows what the defense is going to do based on what they're showing and what they possibly can do out of that. You don't have too many people out there thinking that, especially on the college level. That's just not very, you just don't see that many people. If you have somebody like that on the college level doing that and they are freshmen, they need to be playing. I don't care if you had a dude that threw for 3,000 yards the year before. If he thinking through the game that way, that way, it's a different story. Play him above that guy.
Yeah, he said same with Juju, man. We had this conversation. We went back and forth, and we had a show on that. Man, Dukes the Scoop was saying that it's high possibility this man could go to Colorado, and we just had the back and forth about why would he go to Colorado, man. It looked like it could happen, man.
Possibility.
Like yeah. What's up, TJ? What's up, TJ?
Shout out to TJ, man.
Yes, yeah. Y'all are making good points, and those points I would agree with at other position, but QB especially in the offense is highly advanced, especially pre-snap. Okay. Yeah, call in tomorrow. I want to, and man, we're gonna have a call-in show tomorrow. And Bubba, I want to hear your takes on A&M. We got them. People still coming in. What's up, Stan Puckett?
Stan Puckett, what's up? That's a new name. Everybody else we don't know, but Stan Puckett is a new name. What up, Stan Puckett?
What's up, Stan Puckett? Coming to us through the Water Cooler Talk podcast. What's up, Stan Puckett?
What's up?
He said, my sister thought Cobb was as big as Bo. I just laughed.
Come on, man. She really thought that for real? Come on, man. Cobb, man, he ain't Bo big. And to be honest with you, if you ever saw Bo Jackson when he was playing, would you say Bo was a big guy?
Yeah, he was.
Like, was he that? Like, would you say he was that big, or was he just?
Yeah,
like,
he was,
very,
man. They said
he was like very defined. Like, he was he was big defined
too.
Back,
he was
bro.
big too because they said in one of these stories they said a college rep came to the school and they thought he was the janitor.
Oh yeah. When he was in high school.
Yeah, they thought when he was in high school, they say he thought he was a grown man.
I remember that. I remember that story.
Whoever they thought it was actually somebody working at the school, so he got
he was like, who did?
But that's what I was telling. I'll be glad when we go back, if we ever go back to have it. Give me a big back, man. Give me a 220, 230, 240 back, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can break the defense down. Juju is day one ready. He has raw talent. Yes, man. That's what they wanted. Bo was like 230. Yeah, he was massive.
Y'all really think
the athlete ever? Yeah,
the
Bo was 230.
The greatest athlete to ever live.
Yeah.
Bo was a great athlete to ever live.
When he was, man. Hated.
I understand why he's not in the Hall of Fame for either football or baseball, because his career wasn't that long. But if there was ever an exception, an exception,
I agree.
They need to put that man in the Hall of Fame. Like that man need to be in the College Football Hall of Fame. That man need to be in the NFL Hall of Fame. He needs to be in the MLB Hall of Fame.
Yeah, just simply for like popping his leg back in and
exactly
off and just living life normal and not knowing his leg was messed up. Just
it's crazy, man. Like I know people gonna be like, the numbers say, listen, watch that man play. That man was amazing. He was probably a better baseball player than he was football player. To be honest with you.
Yeah, Bo was that guy, man. But yeah, we're gonna talk about this some more tomorrow on Have You Heard. Y'all check us out tomorrow. Nick, what can they find you at, my brother?
What a Cool Talk podcast, man. We right here in these YouTube streets, man. Go subscribe to us here on these YouTube streets. Man, we post every Wednesday. We do our live show every Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, here on YouTube, and the audio version normally goes up after the show. Wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. You can go find us. Just search the Water Cooler Talk podcast there. Follow us, like us, let us know how you feel, man. We appreciate you so much. Me and my co-host Marcus Fitzpatrick, we are there in your ear. The coolest podcast. Yes.
Yeah, the coolest podcast in your ear. See you, kinfolk. Even though we rarely agree, this is my favorite AU show. Appreciate y'all. Man, we do agree, Bubba. And then we're not supposed to agree.
Yeah, we agree.
Like, man, it's like we agree all the time, but it's just like everybody have different vantage point and different views. That's what's beautiful about. That's what I love about this show is like you have different vantage points and different views, man, and different communities coming in. We sitting around the barn just chilling, man, talking football, so you learn. You know what I'm saying? You learn different perspectives, man. That's why I was saying I would love for you to come on tomorrow, man. We're going to call in tomorrow. Call in, Bubba, and talk to us about A&M, man. We'd love to get your take on that. So, yeah, it's not, man, y'all ain't got to agree with me, man. I like different takes, different perspectives, man, so we can just put it all together, man, and we can get the answer. But I am DC Wolf, and you can catch me on all platforms at Auburn_Addicts on all platforms, man. Check out my boy Nick Frazier. What's up to the mayor, Marcus Fitzpatrick? He got to go count money today. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't be with us. He count money. You know what I'm saying? That's what he do when he not with us. He count money. He usually here on Saturday with us, man, doing the show. And we will see you tomorrow on Have You Heard? And we will see you on Wednesday for Iron Bowl debate. I got to deal with an Iron Bowl Alabama fan. And what y'all do something during the week, right? You said it. On Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. We do our live show Wednesdays, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Right after y'all, actually. Come on, right after y'all do.
We will be there. All right, man. War Eagle.